Thank you, everybody. Please have a seat. So nice of you to be here. Welcome to The Late Show. I am your host, Stephen Colbert. Ladies and gentlemen, habemos a big story. Because the Vatican's got that new Pope smell. Just after noon Eastern, 6 p.m. God time, white smoke emerged from the Vatican roof tube. And where there's smoke, there's pontiff. The new Pope is former Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, who is the first American Pope. Pope S.A. Pope S.A. Pope S.A. I love it. Now, the thing about becoming Pope is that you have to leave your old name behind, which works out great for him because I'm pretty sure Prevost is also the name of a weight loss medication. And the new pontiff chose the name Pope Leo XIV in honor of Saint Leonardo of Caprio, who famously decreed, "I'm Pope of the world!" Yeah. It's not just that Leo is an American. He was born in Chicago. This means officially I can no longer imitate the Pope using an Italian accent. From now on, the Pope's gonna sound like this. Hey there, it's your buddy Leo. The deep dish papa. Just talked to God, and not even he can help the White Sox. Sorry. First order of business, I will be canonizing Michael Jordan. Now, let's end by saying, da prayers. There we go. There you go. Leo was actually a surprise pick. He wasn't on any of the lists because he was made a cardinal less than 2 years ago, and he's pretty young for a pope at 69. Nice. That he's so young. Though born in the U.S., Leo addressed the crowd in Italian and Spanish, but not English. Hey, I'm an American. I shouldn't have to press 2 for Pope. All right? Speak English like Jesus did.
Wow. Wow.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you. Of course, the first thing a pope says when addressing the faithful in St. Peter's Square will be forever associated with his papacy. And here's how Leo introduced himself to the world.
La pace sia con tutti voi.
Peace be with you all. It's a lovely catchphrase. And so much better than Pope Leo XIII's, did I bless that? Yeah. Poor choice, really poor choice. There was an hour-long wait between the white smoke and Leo's introduction, so cable news switched from a close-up on a chimney to something much more dynamic, a close-up of a balcony. While the new pope was fitted in his papal garments in the Room of Tears, so named because the papal vestments do make your butt look big. Now, just like at the Met Gala, a big part of the day was outfits, specifically all of the hats. The Pope was chosen on the third vote of the day, but there was a false alarm earlier when the smoke looked a little white, but 2 seconds later, it was very clearly black. I'm just gonna say it, that system is too ambiguous for the modern world. Don't reveal the Pope via smoke, it's 2025. You reveal him via cake. It's a Pope reveal party. If it's a blue cake, it's a boy Pope. And if it's a pink cake, it's also a boy Pope. It's always gonna be a boy Pope. This is one of the shortest conclaves in the history of the Vatican. And one reason for that is reportedly food for the cardinals at the conclave was not so good. Well, yeah, it's church food. Church food is not so good. According to several cardinals, you don't eat very well, and the food is not exciting. It's a conclave, Padre. It's not supposed to be an exciting culinary experience. There's a reason it's held in the Sistine Chapel and not the Sistine Benihana. Another cardinal said the menu was food you could eat at a train station. Okay, rude. And it's free. Imagine if this guy's Yelp review was of Jesus' second miracle. Jesus multiplied the loaves and the fishes, but let me just say, the salmon needed salt, and I'm gluten-free, 1 star. Of course, you wouldn't do that. How's it going? Everybody good over there?
Yeah.
Anybody single? No? Of course, there's lots of speculation on whether Leo will continue the progressive reforms of his friend Pope Francis. No one knows for sure yet, but we do know that in February he did tweet, "J.D. Vance is wrong. Jesus doesn't ask us to rank our love for others." Holy Father, you had me at J.D. Vance is wrong. One person not appearing on any balconies right now is the First Lady. Reportedly, everyone in the White House is asking, where is Melania? Because out of 108 days since Trump's inauguration, she's spent fewer than 14 days at the White House. According to one historian, we haven't seen such a low-profile First Lady since Bess Truman. Which, of course, makes sense. Melania was clearly inspired by Mrs. Truman's famous catchphrase, "Be Bess." In Melania's absence, the president himself has taken to performing some duties that would typically fall to a First Lady, like carefully selecting light fixtures for the White House residents, redesigning the Rose Garden, greeting tour groups in the East Wing, and hosting receptions for Women's History Month. And, of course, sleeping in a separate bedroom from himself. On Sunday, the president explained to Kristen Welker of Meet the Press why Melania is not around.
She's a very private person, which I respect a lot.
Yes, she's a very private person who has film crews following her around for the $40 million documentary about her life. And I'm just as private. Actually, Jim, can we get a shot of me being private from camera 1? Stop looking at me, I'm too shy. Stop it. Stop. Oh, in other not-so-good stuff, the Department of Education has eliminated their grant for PBS children's shows. Yeah, I agree, that is terrible. All children and parents have fond memories about all the PBS Kids shows, except Caillou. The cuts resulted in the loss of $23 million from the program called Ready to Learn, which will now become the Trump program. Trump's also got a new nominee for Surgeon General. Wellness influencer and woman on Dateline who poisoned her stepson with antifreeze, Casey Means. Means has been called a conspiracy theorist. She is not licensed to practice medicine and is a close ally of HHS Secretary RFK Jr., which puts her in the company of his other close medical advisors.
Harvey Weinstein, Roger Ailes, O.J. Simpson, Bill Cosby.
One thing, Dr. Cosby, of course. One thing the new Surgeon General nominee has in common with RFK Jr., it's her love of raw milk. Here's what she says about it in her new newsletter. I want to be free to form a relationship with a local farmer, understand his integrity, look him in the eyes, pet his cow, then decide if I feel safe to drink the milk from his farm. Yeah, 'cause we all have time for that. Ah, shoot, we're out of milk. Kids, I'll be back in 4 months after I fall in love with a farmer and try to get to second base with a cow. Now, to the actual big news of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Americans have united in a class action lawsuit across 13 states to sue Burger King for falsely advertising the size of the Whopper. Look, there's no shame in it, Burger King. A lot of guys lie about the size of their Whopper. But the truth is, the average size is a lot smaller than you think, but still very satisfying. The plaintiffs claim that in Burger King commercials, the Whopper appears 35% larger than the actual burger. Well, I guess you can't believe everything you see on TV. I just pray that I never learn that McDonald's cheeseburgers can't hold public office. Burger King. Wow. Yeah. 50 times mayor. Burger King denies all these accusations, saying that the food in the commercials is the same as what they serve in store, but acknowledges that its photographers style sandwiches more beautifully than workers do in restaurants. Okay, well, let's dive into the evidence, okay? This is the Whopper from the commercial. Here's what Whoppers really look like. And they're both gorgeous, but I get it. Things always look a little more attractive on TV. For instance, here I am on camera. I'm a knockout. But if you saw me in person, you'd see this. Honestly. Honestly. Honestly, still a snack. We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Bill Gates, Paula Poundstone, but when we come back, my wife Emmy is here. Mother's Day is coming. Don't forget now.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands.